Before I begin the video, I will remind you to please click like if you like my content and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and send us your email address to become a VIP that we can send you announcements and VIP benefits that we'll think of as we go along. So thank you very much, and let's go on. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. Today I'll talk about Chapter 13 of our Bonsai 101, and the topic is daily maintenance. Life is about perspective. You can look at maintaining bonsai as a chore, daily chore, and what a pain in the neck. On the other hand, when you think of it, the benefits of maintaining your bonsai, be it watering or clipping or little fine pinching, these are very nourishing. They give you a moment of focus like meditation. So you can either look at it as a chore, as a joy of enjoying your bonsai. Pay attention to the details. Study the tree. Think about, the tree is actually talking to you. If the leaves starting to look a little bit discoloration, it tells you I need water. What's the most important is watering. Of course, watering gives you humidity or moisture or hydration. What you can do is that water daily. Even though it's not very hot, you can skip a day, but you won't kill the tree, you won't damage the tree by quote unquote overwatering. The concept of overwatering your house plant, for example, is really overplayed. You don't want to over your house plant or bonsai to let it sit in rancid water, sit in the bottom with the water all the time. But a bonsai will never drown or root rot because there's enough aeration from the evaporation and there's a big drainage hole in the bottom. And so water your tree daily, several times a day if you like during the hot weather days. And if you want to skip a day, make sure you push on the soil to make sure it's supple so you don't you can skip a day if you so choose. Then there will be times that you need to soak it. There are days, when you think about it, there are days you need to soak your tree because what happens, and it's true, that people say, I don't want to do a bonsai because I know they died on me, they could die on me. It's true. And the reason why they die on you is very simple. Bonsai is in a very shallow pot to make it look compatible with a small tree. So there's very little root ball to hold the moisture. And so one hot afternoon, the root ball dries out. The root ball shrinks. There's a gap around the edge of the pot, and you water it. Water just runs right out. The root ball doesn't get water. So in effect, the root ball dries out and died of thirst. And so what you have to do in that situation is to soak your bonsai. And frankly, if you have a tub to soak your bonsai, and if you let it dry out once a week or once in a while, the tree will never rot because the water never gets rancid. So a simple way is to, for example, take an aluminum baking tray and you poke a hole to about, water will remain there about ½ inch above the bottom of the pot. So that water will get absorbed in a couple hours, and then fine. And then occasionally let the soaking pot dry out, and it will never get rancid, right? Okay, so I basically talk about watering constantly to keep your root ball moist, and also talking about occasionally the need to soak your bonsai. And I have to do a plug about Bonsaiheirloom, is that we made an invention which is really simple. We elevated the drainage hole inside so it doesn't look bad, and have a tub outside, so that so there will be water remaining about ½ inch inside the pot after you water it. That sounds like a lot. It's not, because it's full with soil. It will evaporate. You know, it's totally untrue, because in terms of overwatering, because water will evaporate in an hour or two. There's no water sitting inside the pot to cause the roots to rot. So water your plant daily, frequently, and then soak it occasionally when the root ball dries out, when it feels hard. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. We got a lot more going on. This is about halfway. Please click like if you like my content, and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP for goodies. Then what is also important is the placement of the bonsai. You know, I love to have my bonsai in the house, right? But your tree needs sunlight to have photolysis to nurture the tree. So make a few bonsai, or get a few bonsai, rotate them a few weeks at a time, 1 month at a time, so that they get sunlight from time to time to rejuvenate. Now, a word of caution, if you put a tree in a house for, let's say, for a couple of months, like even a house plant, you take it out and put it in the full sun, the leaves will turn brown instantly, because the leaf is adjusted to the low light, and it cannot adjust to the bright sunlight that it's used to be accustomed to. So move it out gradually into a shade, and then into sunlight occasionally, so that the tree will get adequate nutrient by photolysis. And then the other trick, which is not essential, but I thought I'd mention it, right, for the sake of completeness, is to rotate your tree from time to time. So every part of the tree gets the same kind of exposure by rotation, because trees tend to grow where the light is the most. So if you keep a tree in one direction, the front will always grow faster, the back will always be, not too healthy. So if you rotate it, then you have a healthy tree all around. Well, to be honestly, we try to show our best foot forward by having a front of the bonsai. You hear about that all the time. That means we put the best looking part of the bonsai first, which is usually facing the sun, facing you. And so with that in mind, your front will look better and better, but your back will look terrible in time. Rotate them from time to time so the tree look good all around. The objective is to have a good looking tree all around. So do that, not necessarily daily, but frequently, to get that uniformity. And finally, a lot of people would, so to speak, gilding the lily by talking about micromanaging. Yes, you want to keep the tree clean so that it's less likely to susceptible to pests, and you want to clean out the leaves and all that so it look nice. But you don't need to stress out. It's a hobby. If you skip a few days, that's fine if you're busy. But if you feel like brush it off the leaves, dry leaves, and clip off the extra height, that's your daily maintenance. That's your therapy. That keeps your mental health. So enjoy your bonsai. See you next chapter. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.